Hi, I'm Nathan. This is my Akubra Banjo Paterson. I've had it for 2.5, 3 years now, I guess. And we have been really inseparable. About a year ago, I travel all the time, and I was in an area of Thailand, northern Thailand, where in the rainy season it gets very moldy, and everything I had became very moldy. I was able to get rid of the mold by soaking my clothes in vinegar and washing things in vinegar, but the hat was more of a challenge. And what ended up happening was the leather band around the hat became very moldy. I was able to spray vinegar on the rest of the hat, but I wasn't able to clean the mold off of the leather band, and I just took it off today. I just removed the leather band. It's around here somewhere, actually. Hold on, I'll get it and show it to you. It's right here beside me. Yeah, this is what the leather band was around the hat, and I removed it today. I've cleaned it thoroughly with vinegar, but I probably won't put it back on the hat. Instead, I plan to put a black wooden prayer bead around. But first, before I make that adjustment, I'm going to actually open the crown. So this isn't the original crown. The crown of a Banjo Paterson comes in a C bash, and or a teardrop. I'm not really sure what the difference is. I'm going to do something else. This is actually some sort of pseudo cattleman's that I have on it right now. I actually just did this last night. So the reason I'm making this video is to show you this is heritage quality fur, and this has been rained on, sweated in, washed with Johnson's baby shampoo, which I'm actually going to do again tonight, because it gets a really bad smell since the mold's been in it. Whenever I clean it with the vinegar, it's gotten just this really really bad wet dog smell. So I actually took some baby shampoo to it a few months ago, and that really helped the smell. Now that I've removed the band, I'm going to put some more baby shampoo on that area and just clean it, and it'll help the smell. But before I do that, I want to show you how malleable this felt is. It was really surprising to me last night when I just started playing with it, how malleable it's become. So I'm actually going to pop out the felt into an open crown. You can see all the sort of creases in it that it's had. And let me take it, for example, this is, I guess, the C crown is what it was originally in. Sorry, let me do it so you can see. So here's the open crown. And if you know Akubras, you know how that they're really difficult to work with. So here's, for example, it's just sunk into a telescope, and I'll just pop it on my head. And there's a sort of a telescope. I guess I could take that into a C. I don't know what you call this. This isn't quite what it was originally. But you can see how easily it takes that shape. So after some time, these Akubras really break in. I'll pop that back out into that, and let's put a center dent in it. So we'll just take it. Here's roughly the center. You can see how it's sort of takes a center dent. I've actually ordered a Fed 4 because I wanted to have a lot more crown to work with. This is the first nice hat that I've ever had, and I learned that I like the high crown as well. But here's a center dent, right? So it takes it. Here's a fun one. Let's put a Gus in it. I'm a Lonesome Dove fan myself, so let's see how well I can do this. Just sort of a pseudo Gus crease, but it's not pretty, right? I can make it much prettier, but you see how malleable it is, and that it takes the shape and it keeps it. So let's pop that on the head, and there you go. There's a Gus crease, and I could wear this outside if I wanted to. I could put a campaign crease in it. Let's see how I would do that. I'm a complete amateur at this. Well, here's something right here. Like I was just messing around, and then suddenly it folded into whatever this is. I don't know what you would call that, but it's interesting. So the point being that you can really, after some time, I certainly couldn't have done this even up to 1 year ago. I couldn't have done this to this hat. I'm not sure how you're supposed to do that. Campaign crease. I'll try it this way. Looks about right. So there's like that Boy Scout sort of look to it. So there's a sort of a campaign crease, right? Now, this is what the idea that I had is that I want to take this back to an open crown. I want to take the creases out of it, and then put the original dent that I showed you back in, but in a straight way. So the original dent that I had was a little sideways, and it was a little wonky. And I really liked that dent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the creases out by spraying it with tap water. People on Fedora Lounge talk about spraying it with distilled water. I mean, this hat has been through like everything. You can see like coffee stains on it and rain stains, and I mean, this guy doesn't care about distilled water. If you really care about your hat staining and whatnot, then you want to use distilled water. This is Thailand tap water, so it's gonna leave a mark. So I'm gonna spray the top of it with that, and then my idea is to use a couple of kitchen instruments. This is a can of Skippy peanut butter. I don't know. I think it's actually going to be too big to help us. But then I thought about a can of tuna fish. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to roll it against that felt because I don't have anything else. And so I'm just rolling it. I'm rolling it across the inside of it and using my other hand to try to work out those leftover, those dents that were there. But in order to do that really properly, I need to actually squirt it first, and then work it out and then let it dry. But before I do that, well, or in the process of doing that, I'm actually going to wash the hat with some Johnson's baby shampoo. And the way that I'm going to do that is I will squirt it. So I'm going to squirt this guy. And this is a complicated thing for me because once I squirt it, especially around this bottom area where the Akubra has the leather band inside, I don't have any kind of hat stretcher. So I actually have to wear the thing while it dries, and to make sure that it doesn't shrink too much. I'm not actually going to spray it a lot, but I want to spray it enough. What I've done is I've put that Johnson's baby shampoo in a bowl with some water. I didn't use a lot of it. It's just enough to get a bit of that smell. And I'm just going to actually take it in my hand and just work it around the hat in a counterclockwise fashion. And I'm really just focused on this area where I took the band out, because I've actually washed the rest of the hat previously. And I can see when that shampoo gets into the felt, I can really see, like, it looks like shampoo in hair. The last time that I did this, the shampoo didn't actually like come out of the hat, and it left this really clean smell. So we'll do that. Yeah, it's still got that harsh vinegar smell, so I'll take it a bit more. Alright, now maybe I will just shampoo the whole crown. Just to give it a thorough clean. Now that the crown is wet, as most of you know, the Akubra will mold in any way that I want it to. The only problem with the Banjo Paterson is, like a lot of the Akubra styles, it's a really low crown hat. So I don't have, like, it doesn't take a center dent at all. The center dent, once I put it on my head, the center dent pops right out of it. So it's, there's just not enough crown to work with. But the Australians like the low crown hats, obviously. Right. Let's see how that smells. Yeah. Now it's something that I don't mind wearing in a bus or a plane. Traveling all the time, this was one of the problems, was if I'm out in the rain and I get on a long distance bus, this thing really smelled like as soon as any kind of wet got on it, even sweat from my head, oh man, it got a really bad smell. And I was afraid to use the Johnson's baby shampoo for a long time. Like, I had the idea and I didn't do it because I couldn't find anything on the internet that gave me confidence that it was a good idea. And then finally I was like, dude, I have to do something. It's too bad of a, like, the wet is too bad of an idea. And this baby shampoo really really did the trick. Like, I was really impressed with the difference that it made. And it didn't damage the hat. Alright, well, I don't want to make this video too long of just watching me wash the hat. So now that I've got the shampoo on it, now I'm going to take this tuna fish, and I'm gonna try. I've never seen anybody else do this. What I'm doing is I'm just holding my hand and then I'm working it on the inside, seeing if I can work out those creases. And then I will let this dry overnight, and I'll see about tomorrow when it dries. I'll see if I can put a nice dent in it while it's dry, and maybe when I get a dent in it that I like, and again, I'll try to do it while it's while it's dry without wetting it, which is, people want to wet the Akubra, and this is the point of this video, is to sort of show you that after some time, at least the heritage felt, I don't know about the regular felt, but at least the heritage felt actually is malleable. Like it keeps the crease, it keeps the dent, and without needing the water. So that was actually the point of this video, but you're getting all this extra stuff as well, free of charge. That's it. I'm going to keep working this, and then I'll have to wear it while it dries. Here's the open crown Banjo Paterson, and without the band, and we'll see what it looks like. I'll post a picture. Anyway, there's 15 minutes of video with me. Anyway, thank you very much.